Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Nothing Missing podcast. I'm your host, Keisha Green. I have my co host here, Diamond Excell.
Hi.
And then I have Black Cherry.
Hello.
Today, we are going to be discussing dating and disability. Really, what is dating like for everyone in 2022? I think you're going to be excited to find out that we actually have the same stories as many of you. So, if you watched our episode, Diamond, on our last episode, I heard you talk about moving to Atlanta off of coming out of a relationship. So, I want you to be able to share that with us on today, what that relationship was like for you, what that experience was like, if there was a broken heart that came with it, and how it worked for you.
Okay, so I was with the guy since I was like 16 years old. And so we started out very young.
Okay.
So we dated and everything was fine. He was very helpful. I can honestly say he was very helpful, but he lacked the skills to, as we grew older, lacked the skills to actually provide.
How long
for
did y'all
me.
date?
We dated, I want to say about 13 years on and off, but 8 years straight.
Damn, that's a long time.
Because I left and went to college, so I think he kind of resented me from leaving to go to college. But yeah, we just parted ways because I knew that it was time. I knew that he was not able to deal with providing for a woman like me. You know?
Okay.
After
yeah.
8 years? Well, 13 years?
I mean, yeah, and we started out young, and I never wanted to. My parents were high school sweethearts, and they were married for years, but you know, as time go on, you grow apart, and I didn't want to stick into anything just because. Then I didn't have any children or anything, so.
Right.
But yeah, but it tore me apart though too, because I had a engagement situation too. The engagement.
Diamond, you was engaged?
The engagement just did not happen because I got word about it, and we weren't together, you know.
Well, I think that's amazing because many of you may have started following me. I myself had an engagement that went viral. I think for you, so you're saying that college is, you believe, what really separated, or do you think it was kind of like making that decision at college just really made it easier for you because you was already leaving to go to college where you just be like, you know what? This is the perfect time, because I see people do that all the time. They'll either get ready to move out of a town, and it's the perfect time to let go of a relationship that was kind of already rocky, or they'll go to school or something like that.
Right, did it build up to something?
No, so we were together when I graduated from high school. When I went to college, I think that throughout that process, he resented me.
Oh.
You know, because he felt like I left him, but he already knew that I was going to college. I wasn't going to stay back for a guy for anyone actually. Like I was not going to stay back. So I think when I graduated, he resented me because he used to say things from time to time. So I think that's what it was.
Did y'all date? But y'all dated again after college.
We did. So we dated for 1 year of college. We broke up the second year, and then we started dating the last year. He actually moved with me up there.
Oh, he wasn't letting you go.
Yeah. And he moved with me, and then when I moved back home, we started out for a year when I moved back home, and then after that, things just weren't the same.
Y'all grew apart. You got mature. You seen what the real world was about.
Yeah, I think he became overwhelmed with the situation. Because in my relationships, people don't straight up ask me about my disability at all, to be honest with you. It's never really a conversation. I just now, as a grown woman in my 30s dating, I start the conversation because people don't feel comfortable. I can tell guys don't feel comfortable with asking. So I'll say, how do you feel about, I don't know, having to take me to the bathroom from time to time?
All right, well, wait. We want to know right now, today. Are you single right now today?
I'm definitely single.
Okay, I'm super single right now today, too. What about you?
Yeah.
Well, my situation is complicated, to be very honest. I'm single, but I'm not single. For me, I've been dating a woman we've been in a relationship for, I'll say, last 6 years, since 2017, I think, 16, 17. But she's literally like my best friend, y'all. Like, we haven't been together most of those years, but we've been together under the same roof. But she's like literally my best friend. I cannot if she's not at home, I'm like looking at the wall like, what's going on? But when she around, it's just like that vibe, that energy you get from somebody that always make you happy, smile. Like, so we like best friends, but yeah, that's pretty much my situation now.
Okay.
It's difficult.
I mean, no, I wouldn't even say that it's difficult. It's life.
Modern day
It's
2022
life.
relationships,
Like,
So y'all live together, but y'all don't consider yourselves in a relationship. So do you date outside of that?
No, it's for me. As much as people try to date me, like I don't. I have to have a connection. So if you come off to me and wrong, hey little mama, dang you, like it's just a turn off. So I find myself not giving people the time to date me.
So let me ask you, I keep saying this throughout our shows, it's like, me, I became an amputee as an adult. So men that I had to face after my accident, they were men, adults. So I guess I want to hear a little bit more about like how dating younger, like you said, you started off young in that relationship. How was dating when you were young with a disability, and not being able to engage mature people who are mature about your situation? Do you think that you kind of found more comfort in dating a woman, her being able to more like relate or be more comfortable about your situation?
Yes, because dating growing up, let me be very clear. I never had any problems with dating growing up, to be very honest. A lot of people I dated was like, I never thought I'd date a girl with one leg, or I never thought I'd date a girl like your skin
People
tone.
say that to me all the time.
Like, but when they get to know me, it'd be something totally different. But for me, I'm like, well, would you introduce me to your family? How would you feel about you explaining to your mom or your family you dealing with a girl with one leg? And that's where it gets sticky. But I've had some crazy relationships. I done had men pull a gun out on me because I wanted to leave. I done had a man try to run me over because I wanted to leave, and even literally steal my leg and put it in the trunk and leave for a whole night.
Wait,
just so I wouldn't leave.
Take your leg for the night.
Took my leg, threw it in the trunk for the whole night. Yeah, and I couldn't, of course, I couldn't hop behind the car. But yeah, I done had some crazy relationships, y'all, and I'll just don't ever get it twisted. Just because I got one leg, don't mean the men don't be running and chasing and being crazy. Just like a normal relationship, but I definitely done had my moments.
and you know what? I think that from what I noticed, I think that because off rip, everybody seems to feel like everybody better be grateful.
Come
You know,
on, that's
so
the part.
I think we experience that times 10.
Yeah.
And like I tell anybody, I work multiple jobs. I provide for myself. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I've been
my
doing
family.
that for a very long time. So when you come to me, you come as an asset to me, as you should.
Right.
And so should I. So it's still to me, no difference. I mean, I appreciate what you do, but when you see me, you see what you get. And honestly, I think it looks intimidating to the eye of a man because let's just be honest, men are intimidated, period, to approach any woman. Yeah. So this is definitely more intimidating, and I empathize with that, but I'm not going to accept anything just because I empathize.
That's right.
I think that's where I found myself at because my engagement was a relationship that I had prior to losing the legs. So for me, we were familiar with each other. We had a friendship. We already had a son together. We had many years together. So for me, I believe I re-engaged that relationship because it was a comfortable place. It was somebody who had been with me when I was walking on both of my legs. So, I think that being grateful part is really hard for me. So when my engagement went viral, I felt like that's the reason why it went viral. I felt like people was like, oh my God, he accept her like that. Like, oh, that's so phenomenal. Because I'm like, if it was a regular engagement, it wouldn't have went viral like that. But it went viral like that because something in it the people found to be like, oh my God, and it could only be that. So I look at the video and it's funny because he's carrying me on his shoulders. And when I play that back today, in that very moment, I was carrying the weight of him and so many other things on my shoulders that people didn't know about. Even when I haven't watched the video in years because that was back in 2018. Literally, that engagement only lasted 4 months. But I never should have said yes from the beginning. So when I play the video back, I will watch the hesitation in myself. And even then, I didn't say, oh, I should just take this because this is what I can get. And that's one of the things when you are an amputee or you are disabled or you have something different about you, they feel like, hey, you should just be satisfied
Settle for
that
whatever.
there's somebody that would consider you. But for me, I'm like, man, please.
No,
Listen, no.
All my life I've been like that. I've never settled when it comes to relationships, and then I never would settle. Like, you gotta love me, my one leg, my dark skin, my no edge. Like, you gotta love me all.
And that's across the board. I tell
Yeah.
any guy, like, listen, you're not everything for me either. We're all settling.
All got flaws.
You know, like, and it's okay. So give me the same respect that I'm giving you, because we can all point things out and be shallow.
Right. Mine is just in the open,
Right.
like, yeah, front.
It's not even that. Like, I think, like you said, everybody come with so many things, and even like for you, like, you're not doing me a favor. We're gonna talk about this because when you looked at me, you seen me, you knew this what it was. So for me, when I first became an amputee, I used to be like, kind of like, oh, I don't want to really ask them to get my chair or whatever. But today, baby,
I bet
I'm
not
a
even have to
whole
ask you.
boss.
Right, I bet not even have to ask
I'm
you.
a whole
You better
boss.
have it.
I'm a whole
That's for
situation.
me.
You already knew exactly who I was. You already signed up to tote this wheelchair. You knew nobody was going to get it out the car but you. So, I mean, I'm not going to literally not pull up and be like, listen, you already know.
Yeah.
Girl, they just get the chair out. They just go ahead and do what they
Shouldn't even have
supposed to
ask
do.
you, baby.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you know what? I also with guys, I also ask them to. I do understand that it's a different mindset that you have to have, because men want to be catered to. Let's just be honest, you know, and I understand that.
Right.
Because women want to be catered to a certain way. I want to be catered to a certain way, like normal quote unquote women
Right.
want to be catered to. So we can meet in the middle. If I cook, you know, you have to judge me by my heart. When I cook at home, I cook and I put your food on a glass plate, not a plastic plate.
one.
No, I cater to you at home, making sure like your clothes is washed, or you know, like things like that. When we go in public, though, you might have to do a little bit more for me.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And I just always tell guys, you got to meet me halfway, as you do anybody. It's
Right.
just
That's
in different
Just
ways.
a little more,
Yeah.
little more work.
I think if we go back to that part, though, so for you, in that relationship, we talked about it being comfortable, more understanding, or do you feel like it was the bad relationships with men that made you feel more comfortable over there or safer? Because, I mean, I don't know how I would feel. Well, first of all, I don't wear prosthetics, but if somebody took my wheelchair for the night, you know what I'm saying, put it in the trunk, like, where I'm going, even though I'm going to make it work, I'm going to scoot the floor or something like that, definitely going to take
Listen,
place.
I thought that
But-
was love. I was young and dumb. I thought that was love. I'm like, oh, he don't want me to go nowhere. He want me to stay with him. Like, I was mad, of course, but I thought it was love. I thought he really loved me that much that he would take my limb and take it with him just so I wouldn't leave his house.
You know, for me, I find it amazing, though, because, again, I wasn't always like this. So I actually stood for things that I wouldn't sit for today. So there's things I would have allowed a man to do to me before
Wow.
my amputation that I would definitely not sit for today. Because even in that relationship, remind you, that's my same relationship before I lost the legs. He had done things to me before I lost the legs that he attempted to do to me after I lost the legs. I rode quicker than I could have ran.
That's deep.
That's deep.
And when I rode quicker than I could have ran, I did it so silently. Like, people didn't even know that had ended, that I had ended that relationship. Because there's something about when your heart understands what it is, it doesn't come with any anger. It doesn't come with any projection of madness and
Ooh, that's
anything
so
like
true.
that. I didn't need to tell what happened fully and completely, that he went, he made a baby, he did this, he did that. I just was like, listen, this didn't work. I'm going to keep it moving. I'm a boss. Y'all playing outside. Keisha got work and things to do.
Right.
You making babies and I'm in my bag.
So do you feel like by you being older and mature, you felt like you knew exactly what your worth was and what you wouldn't deal with when it comes to dating?
I would say absolutely yes, and being grounded in God.
Okay.
So there's something about when you have the love of the Father too. It changes your perspective and how you willing to allow others to handle you. You be like, when God loves me that much, I'm gonna sit around here and allow another one of His children to treat me like I'm less than when he treats me great. He's been faithful to me. He's kept me here. I've survived things that people could never survive, and I got my right mind. I'm not going to sit here and allow someone else to mishandle me and treat me in a way that I know that the Father is not okay with. So I think that, but honestly, as a woman, a lot of women stay in situations because obviously some of them, they need financial help, they find comfort. So I think having financial stability as well kind of played a big part because, baby, I had a whole condo in New York. I was paying the bills. I was carrying him. Like I said, I just look most of the time like I need to do to be carried, but I do a lot of the carrying.
And I also think that I'm a person, and I'm sure a lot of others are. When I'm in something, I'm giving it my all. Yeah. When I walk away, I'm walking away in peace. That's why I do not bash men. That's why I am not like that, because I understand where we were and where we are, where I went wrong. You might have went wrong. It just didn't work out. Right. And that's okay. I'm at peace though, because I gave you my all. And let's just be honest, any one of my exes could call me right. They would call me right.
Baby,
now.
Real quick.
And I say that, not with arrogance, but I say that with, they know that I loved them with all my heart. They can tell you that straight up.
It's self-love for me. Like, I just feel like I love myself more than I love, like, somebody I'm dating. So with that being said, like, I know my worth.
But I got a question for you, though. Just sitting here listening to you and me having a relationship with you for many years, one thing that I know without knowing about your relationship is that this person, like you said, she's your best friend. Mm-hmm. You just said, like, if she's not at the house, I don't know what to do. Literally. Like, I know that you've endured some things that she stood by you through as well, that you guys have been supportive to each other through a lot of things. Mm-hmm. So I will have to ask you why that's not your relationship.
Oh, girl, you getting deep. Honestly, to be very honest, like, I want a family. Like, I want a baby so bad. Like, that's like my number one priority on my list. Like, I want a baby, and I want my baby to have a father. That's just what I believe in wholeheartedly. Like, and she have her opinion on when she have a baby. So that's where our differences come aside. And honestly, I feel like you holding, like, I don't want to resent her for all these, like, 6 years. Like, and I feel like my baby will be 6 now. If, you know, so it's just like, if I do what I do, if I have a child, like, she's still gonna be my best friend and support me.
But you gotta be realistic, though.
I am.
So being realistic, no, you're not settling. I love that, because one thing I know is you've been saying that, and you've been literally consistent with that very thing for so long. So I'm not knocking that, but I want to say this, you know. With that being said, you have to, first of all, have someone that's willing to participate in that, because you say it's not a relationship. But seriously, you're a grown woman. If you had a man that had that same situation, would it be a comfortable place to engage or for you to be a part of? You'd be like, wait a minute, whether it was, of course not if it was with a man or whether it's with a woman, it's like you are in a relationship. If you don't want to call it a relationship, it's a situation for someone. And then you saying that you want someone that comes at a certain level or a certain status of expectation, but that would be for a person to be like, dumb it down.
You think dumb it down?
Yeah, because I mean, if I'm going to engage a relationship with you, that it seems like you already in a relationship.
And that's probably why I'm not dating outside of her, but it's just, if I meet somebody a man that I really, you know, love, like, if I have that vibe with them, like, I don't mind going for it, because I know we're in a situation, not in a relationship. And it's so funny because my friends, like, literally talk about this all the time, like, and I'm like, well, I'm strong in what I believe in. If I want a baby, and that's the bottom line. Whether it's a modern day relationship, old fashioned relationship, it is what it is. And if I can't have my baby, then it's no relationship.
Right. So here's my question, right? Because there's ways to compromise with it now.
Oh, we don't talk about it all.
So do you want a father that's in the house to get you, or do you just need a father to have the baby with.
I want my child to have a father in there. I want my child to have.
But do they have to live with you?
They don't. No.
So you and her can work that out then.
It sounds easy.
I know. I get it because of the sober ties.
Easy,
Yeah,
right?
it's
but
confusing.
like, she's just not
It's
with
confusing.
that. So it's like if I meet somebody and we decide on having a child together, then that's what my decision is going to be to make sure I'm happy. Like at this point, I can't live for somebody else's happiness, and that's what I pretty much explain. Like I gotta be happy for myself. Yeah. I can't be happy trying to make you happy, and I'm unhappy because I can't get what I desire in life. Like that's not fair to me.
At least y'all best friends.
So,
y'all best friends and y'all,
like we communicate.
So,
we both here. So that's why I tell people like we have a modern day relationship. We have an understanding, and it's not for you or you or you to understand.
Right.
Like it's
right.
But I think too, going to that place of like what's comfortable or what you don't want to feel like a person is doing you a favor. Mm-hmm. So I think that's my biggest thing with dating is like, you're not doing me a favor. I am definitely an asset. Y'all already know. I'm an asset. Period. So there's things I don't worry about. Like nobody gonna step on my toes, all right? And like I said, I rolled out of the relationship faster than I could run because at a time I would have chased him down. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm not here to chase nobody down. You understand? So for me, it's about being with someone that's understanding, but also someone that I believe that men, like you said, they're already intimidated by women. So when men see us in this way, they already know that we are strong women. Mm-hmm. So one of the things I noticed that I'm always faced with is that when a person engages me as like, Keisha, that's a strong woman. Men always feel like they gotta have this energy of they're stronger than me. They've conquered more than me. Right. They have this place of like trying to like rule over me. I'm like, chill out. Like I don't need you to like boss me around. I don't need you to do everything for me. Like
I gotta say this though, Keish, for us though, because I'm guilty of it. You gotta make them feel needed though. You know, like they want to help you. They want to help regular women too. Like, and I had to tone myself down. I had to tell my ex that I was recently dating, strength is all I know. You know, I really don't know, but that's not an excuse though. Like, work with me, you know. But like he said, like, I want to help you hang this in the closet, but you just got to tell me where to put it. But you know, women are just like, what do you mean where to put it? You know, put it to the left.
See, for
me, so it's like.
For me, they want me to, I get that, I want you to be strong. But at home, I'm laid back. I don't want to be a leader outside and a leader at home. When I go home, I'm like, I got 3 sons. My sons cater to me. Like, they serve me. They take care of me. So it's like when I'm at home, that's who I want to be. I don't want you to look for me to be Keisha the superhero at home when I'm out here saving, encouraging, inspiring, and motivating other people all day. Like, I want to come home and I want to be like treated like a queen. I'm sitting on a pedestal.
Them, though, Keisha? 'Cause you, like,
girl,
you
do I let them? Girl, I don't want to do
strong.
nothing.
Like, I can see you are bossed up and you're bossy. So I can only imagine, like, in your relationships, like, how you are. Like, you probably like, I asked you to wash this dish.
Oh, no.
I can see you bossy.
No, that's not me because realistically, like, I don't believe that I require a lot. I am very, very laid back. I am big on common sense. So like you were saying, women be like, what you mean? Where to put it? So I'm big on common sense. I like people to think for themselves. I don't want to think for you. I want to trust you enough to not have to be the boss and to be able to really sit down in this relationship and let you do the standing up.
Okay.
All right, so now what I want to do is I want to talk about some of the things that people ask us crazy questions like, do we have sex? Are we able to have sex? I think that is so funny to me because especially for me when I first had my accident, people would be like, oh, can you still like have sex? Like, can you have a baby?
The juice still flow, baby. Ain't nothing stop.
So I guess for you, what's some of the crazy things people normally ask you?
I mean, we can touch on the sex thing. I mean, I think that's a very, sketchy question, but let's talk about it. Whatever. So, sex is regular. I don't know how deep they want me to go. I go back and forth with the people in the comments, like, how deep do you really want me to go? Do you want me to say, I don't know, I tickle something with my toe? Like, I don't know. You know, like, but sex is literally regular, but the irregular part is, of course, if we're going to get into it, we're going to get into the doggy style position. You know, like, it's different.
Is it difficult for you?
Is it difficult? No, but it's different.
Do you have good balance? Like when you be
Yeah.
no, for real, because you know
yeah.
how you hold your hands down.
Right,
when you,
right.
So it's
So
like
it's still I got balance.
you got balance.
You know, so yeah. Pillows help. Let's just say that. Okay. But
People ask me that about hopping. Like I'm used to it all my life, so I can hop all day. So like for you, I'm pretty sure like you have learned how to balance yourself doing it like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's normal to you, right?
yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah, it's for the most part normal. And then other positions, it's just it's regular.
It's regular,
It's,
right?
Yeah. To me.
My problem
to
is
me.
people with fetishes. Like I get the most people in my comments about fetishes and how I like to have sex, what position, and I'm like,
And I'm sure they ask you with your leg on, with your leg off. Like, I'm sure they ask you those type of questions as well.
oh my God, so much. I get that so much. And people, it's so funny you said that because people literally do say, like, if they say they had sex with me, that'd be like my number one question. Like, did I have sex with my leg on or off? And most of them be like, like, first of all, it couldn't have been me. It was another girl with one leg. It was not me because I don't even roll like that. But for me, I'm real comfortable. Keisha, you know, I'll hop around naked. Like, I'm real comfortable with myself. So for me, I don't like to have sex with my leg on. For one, like, it's painful. This part back here is hard. Like, nobody don't want no, you know, doggy style and this hard part. Like, no, nobody don't want that.
But what I think, what I can say honestly, though, I know I keep saying it's regular. I think for guys, they might feel uncomfortable. You don't want to go too hard. You don't want to, you know,
Feel like they hurting you.
You know,
or
feel like they
something.
hurt or taking advantage of you. You know, so I get the uncomfortable
What you mean
feeling
taking
with
advantage?
guys. I mean, because, like, I even hear guys, like, when I'm walking past, like, oh, yeah, I hit that. And, boy.
She the perfect
you,
size.
You a fool, boy. How you going to hit that? What you think she going to do? You know, like,
Yeah.
that's how it
High
is.
school, yes.
Yeah, but I get their imagination, their visual
See,
beings.
that's the
I
part
get
for
it.
me, though. I always like, yo, are they just looking to like conquer? Is this something that they just want to do for one time?
Or is it a fetish?
Is it like a fetish? Is it something like, oh my God, that would be nice for me to be able to sleep with a woman who don't got no legs? I never thought about that before.
Legs
but it
back,
might
no
be.
legs to pull up like.
No, honestly, I can agree. I've dated some guys. I think it varies. I've dated some guys who just want to conquer, and then you have some that feel like, oh, okay, it's not bad, and then your heart is good. So, you know, for the most part, the good outweigh the bad. So yes, for sure, guys do want to conquer. Yes.
They want to conquer in private, though. That's another thing for me, like keeping you a secret. It's like, ooh, I really like you. I really like you in private. They sleeping with you. They FaceTiming you. They texting you. Y'all could have dinner at home. You know, they want to Netflix and chill. They don't want to really have to take you out into the public eye. And I think that for me is the thing. Like, don't try to keep me a secret. Don't be all crazy about me in love with me in private. You know,
Exactly.
but then when it's time for you to bring me to the forefront, you not trying to do
You're
that
ashamed.
because you really ashamed or it's just something that you want to do privately or in secret. That's the part for me. I don't want to be a situation where people feel like it's something they want to conquer. They want to just have a experience.
Yeah,
Have you had somebody like that before?
that wants just an experience.
Like was ashamed to take you out in public or introduce you to their family or something?
Honestly, no, not especially not when I was younger. I didn't know about it. Like, I didn't peep anything, and I have a discerning spirit, so I really feel like I would have. I think that, though, honestly, I date guys that are older than me. So now I would say in my older years of dating, guys are more worried about that. But when we were younger, no. But guys now are, I think, worried about they homeboys feeling like,
I
oh,
would
you
think
done
the
lost
total
it.
opposite. I would think
Right, me
younger
too.
younger men that's trying to be cool. I think when you get older, you wouldn't care what nobody think. Like,
Right.
bro, I'm doing what works
You'd
for
be
me.
surprised. Like
That
you'll be
maturity.
surprised. Like sometimes I think that guys would probably feel like, nah, like you done lost it, bro. You done. All right, you done.
Like
went with
you
girl.
shooting bad. Like that's
Yeah,
all
right.
you could. But
You
that's
know,
the way they
totally
be feel like
different
that's
for
all
me.
you could get.
But younger guys, no. Younger, when I was younger, it was no
It's
problem.
totally
See, but
different
that's
for
the
me.
thing,
Like
that
would make-
I literally have always had men
That's
to
crazy,
show me
right?
off. Like I never. I'm like you. I never
There's
experienced that
she's
growing
so
up.
pretty.
Like yeah,
You know?
she's so pretty. Oh, she bad. She got a bad body. She got a fat butt.
But
or
I would
she got a
even
nice
think
shape.
younger. It's like, ooh, look what I got. You ain't never had nothing like this before.
You know what? I think you get
I-
more experience and freakier the older you get, though. You know, so when you young, the older you get, the more mental it becomes. When you young, you just humping just to hump to me. So I think that they're not really thinking about it like that.
See, younger people,
To
they
me.
think about what other people think. They think too deep and too much of what somebody else think about their relationship. That's what I felt like.
That's interesting.
You know, yeah, like we go to the school dance and they gonna be like, you went with Cherre with the one leg, like it's so much of what other people perception
Right,
of.
so that's the way that I would see it. I think for me, that's why I said asked you what I asked you, because I've always got to date older men, of course, because I was 30 when losing the leg, so I was past all the years of, the teenage years, the 20s and things like that. And I also date older, so I was able to engage more mature men, but I also still deal with that hesitation of, like, am I going to let my boys know? I'm going to tell my friends. Or I'm going to tell you something else. Men will use other things to accolade me on in order to receive, like, a leveling. Like, yeah, she don't got no legs, but she a boss. She run 5 businesses. She drive this. She got that. Look at her. They try to, like, make
Boss
it seem
you.
like they attaching for, like, other things. It's
Right,
weird.
like they
know she
trying
got
to,
no
trying
legs,
to
she
prove
still
that
boss.
it's worth it to their friends or something.
I dated, okay, what's funny is, I dated my ex, that the engagement I ended, he's from like a street guy. So after I went through that and dealing with my heart with that, I literally ran straight to a man in the pulpit. So I went from dating a man in the street
That's a long.
to dating a pastor. But I even learned in that still wasn't like it. That was not my safest place. I would say that. Okay, that was not my safest place, but I learned something from that. I learned something that I will take with me for the rest of my life when it comes to now, because now I'm dating me a man of God. I just can't do y'all outside boys. But what I will say is I learned from that is to date the person and not the pastor. Date the man and not the ministry. That was what I learned in that relationship over there, because it was almost like I thought I was about to be rescued. I was like, man, take me out the streets, take me to the church. And even in that, you still face things.
Yeah.
So I think we look for safe places, but sometimes the places that we look for to be safe is not the
It's
safest
not-
place.
It's not right.
I don't want to
It's
go
respect
without
for me.
mentioning the fact that older guys, I would say, in my experience, that they have more of an issue with it, because the older guys get, what do guys really look for? A woman to take care of them when they get old,
Be submissive.
right?
Yeah.
So, being that I don't have any arms, it's like, well, is she going to be able to take care of me when I get older? Like, is she going to make sure I'm good? And I understand that. I really do understand that. But like I always explain to them, something can happen to you too.
exactly.
Or anything, like
Yeah.
a woman, it's a lot of able-bodied women that leave men high and dry when they can't do nothing with them
Come
no more
on,
either.
seriously.
So we're all gambling at the end of
Yeah.
the day. So
Go with your heart.
you
like,
know,
have
you know
fun.
me as a person. Judge me based off of my personality and my heart, and know that I'm gonna take care of you.
And don't think too much into it, because who to say we're going to be together tomorrow? Like, enjoy the moment. I think that's what most people get like confused, like you so worried about what folks say or what's gonna happen when we get older. Like, no, enjoy the moment, enjoy me while I'm here, I'm good, I'm breathing, I'm able to fix you a plate. Like, enjoy this and stop thinking about what other people think and have to say.
So for me, I noticed that I feel like in relationships, especially because I'm in the public eye, I'm an influencer, like people are always watching me. I'm always wondering, like, is it pure? Is it genuine? That's one of the things for me. Or is someone looking, for a hand up, really? Because I'm definitely resourceful in a lot of different ways. So for me, I would have loved to have a serious relationship before I tell my friends, before God blew on me.
Right.
Before I became an influencer, just out here in the public eye, because now I'm always trying to weigh them out. Like, well, I don't have the legs, so what is it that you really want? Is you here? What is your intentions? What is it that you want from me? Because I find myself proving to people all the time that I lost my legs and not my mind. So let's get it straight. I don't have legs, but you gonna handle me correctly. I still have expectations. Right. Let me tell you something. Don't think because she don't have a leg, she don't have arms, and I don't have any legs that men find us in there any more lackful on us in stress. Okay, because they still stress us out. They still drive us crazy. They'll drag
and I still drive them
like
crazy.
Anybody else. So it comes with the same thing.
Oh yes, and that's my main point. You ain't light either, buddy.
But we ain't exempt.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, none of us are light. Like, let's just have a real conversation. So that's always my conversation to him.
But what I love about, like, for most of my relationships, it was never no, oh, I see you, I like you, we dating. Like, the last man I dated, he literally stalked me down for a whole month. Every day, I'm on crutches, no legs, walking to Washington High School. Like, every day he stopped. Like, can I get your number? Let me get your ride to school. And I'm like, no, just chill, bro. But he would not give up. And that's something that I would have to date somebody that proves to me, like, you want to date me for me, not because of my body, my shape. Like, no, you want to genuinely get to know me. And especially, somebody in our predicament, I want somebody to prove how much they're interested in me,
but
and
I
not
think
just
stalking.
Right. No, don't stalk me.
No,
but just
that's something good to talk about. Stalking. Let me tell you.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Being disabled in dating is very scary.
Yeah.
Also, because people become obsessed. I've had men that were obsessed with me. Like, literally. That's why I don't post where I go. That's why I really don't do social media, really, for real, like that, because you have to be careful. Like, and people's minds are really not there. Like, in my DMs, it's so many different crazy
I think people
things.
need to know about the devotees, and the devotees are people who are really, like, have fetishes for being with disabled women, right? So they're called devotees. They're obsessed with being with disabled women. That's their thing. They're attracted to them. I remember when I first became an amputee, they used to be coming for me. But I praise God, for a long time I haven't had to deal with them. But I usually could tell, like, discerningly what they look like and everything. And they'll, like, almost be like, hey, you want to be my sugar baby? Like, I'm a devotee. I'm here to take care of you. And it's weird.
It's so weird. That's funny you said that, because I literally have dealt with men with fetishes all my life.
Like, show your toes in the
Like,
camera.
oh my God, it's so like, look at your fake
armpits.
toes. Oh,
Like,
your fake
did you see
toes
my
so pretty.
armpits?
Or like your nub. Oh, I'm not even gonna get that deep. But I have had men that actually like nubs, my nub. They want to see my nub. They want to
it's a real
fetishes with.
Tell them what the nub is, though, because some people don't know. It's really just like the limb under the leg.
Yeah, so my nub is literally like my heel. I got my foot amputated off, so they pulled my heel up and
So they just want you to show it to
They
them.
just show. Listen, fetishes can. Y'all remember the chat line back in the days? Mm-hmm. And I was always up front with whoever I talked to on the chat on the phones. 678-222-2222 number. And like, I was always like up front. Like, I had one leg, and they was so interested. And I had one man was like, well, can we have sex with your nub? But I want you to do this. And I'm like,
whoa.
Now you done went on a whole different level with the fetish thing. But like, that is so serious, and it's dangerous, because like, men take advantage. They see you. I literally ride around with my gun now, cause men.
You do.
Yeah, I don't play, and especially like for you, like I pray for you all the time, cause I'm like I don't want nothing, like somebody to approach you and some
But
go.
you know what's funny? I'm glad you mentioned me when it comes to that. I move my mind in so strong in so many different ways. So I don't do nothing for nothing. And I don't go anywhere. Anywhere I go, number one, I build relationships, strong relationships. Number two, somebody know me. So meaning somebody can get in contact with who need to be in contact with. I always go where I'm safe.
How you feel about that? Like, do you feel like you're limiting yourself of living or where you can go by you having to make sure that someone there that you know gonna have your back, or like, do you not go somewhere because you don't feel safe?
So I go like restaurants on my own. Like I go to the movies by myself. I really enjoy my own company, you know. So like if I'm going somewhere like a festival or like I travel and stuff, I travel with friends and family.
Right.
Now,
like,
I'm not gonna lie, I do look forward to my marriage being helpful to me, different things that I do on my own. So like I was saying, I don't want to have to be strong like you were saying. So I'm looking forward to being in a relationship where like I never ever have to get my wheelchair out, like never,
Right.
not a day.
Right.
And also feeling safe, you know what I'm saying? Like people will try you.
Yeah.
So I do, a man is a protector. So I do look forward to having someone that's going to be able to protect me, that's going to be there with me. I don't have to worry about, am I going to go tonight? Am I going to feel safe? Do they have valet? Is there going to be somebody there that's going to take the chair out for me or what have you? So I don't want us to be like, it's not a factor of safety, because you will feel much safer if you had a man.
2022 and folks.
oh,
get
for
kidnapped
sure.
and
Yes, I
human
would feel much
trafficking.
safer if I had a man. I prefer
Yeah, so me
prefer
too.
that for sure. So I definitely understand what you're saying. In so many ways, security in so many ways. I'm tired of carrying it on my own. I ain't gonna
Right.
lie. Like, who doesn't want help?
And who don't want love? Like we deserve love just like anybody with
Everybody
two
else.
legs. Right. Like
Yeah.
but I would just want somebody to genuinely
Genuinely.
love me for me, and not because of what I can do for them or how I look or whatever the fact may be. Like I want them to genuinely love me. And then with sex trafficking and it's so much going on nowadays in 2022 dating.
I ain't gonna lie,
You
y'all.
never
I ain't
know.
worried about the white van coming to get me ever, because that's a lot to deal with. You gotta take me in the chair, or we gonna be scooting the
Girl,
ground.
they will roll
You
you
might
up
like
out of there
y'all
too
must got a
quick, baby.
CNA inside the van with y'all too, because I'm a situation.
fight.
I tell my family all the time, don't worry about it. They're gonna bring me back to you. I've been talk my way out of that. Child. Don't worry about it.
I say no, it's a whole bunch of work in order to take me.
I
So,
do.
but that is a factor. So
It is.
feeling safe. But all women, we all literally want to feel safe. We all want love. We all are faced with the same situations when it comes to dating, wanting someone who genuinely loves you, that you can really submit to the mission. Men say they want submission, but I'm like, I submit to the mission. Where are we going, sir? So you doing the walk and I'm doing the rolling. I just need to know where we going. And so I think we really want people to understand that we have hearts, we love, we have emotions, we have feelings, we deal with broken hearts. We date just like everybody else.
We have sex just like everybody else.
Men don't find sympathy on us when it
all.
comes to those things. So we are just as relatable of anybody. But what I will say is, find somebody that's going to genuinely love you from the heart, and the spirit, because life can change. Like I said, I walked on my own two legs for 30 years. I could have already been married. There's many of people who are by the age of 30, they're married, and I've had other amputee women that I know that were married when they lost limbs and their marriages ended after that. So, we all have life situations that can change at any time. So you dating me without the legs, God forbid, you could be the same as me one day. So you just never know. You want to treat people fairly.
That's it.
We all truly desire to have someone. Companionship is what everyone should have. We deserve it, each and every one of us. So I want to just commend you for, consistently being who you are, not being afraid to still engage new relationships no matter what it is that you've been through. I'm going to pat myself on the back because,
I'll
baby,
pat your girl, baby.
I done been through the
Boss.
washer a couple times, but I'm truly looking forward to this next season. I'm super single now, but I'm getting ready to start dating again. I'm ready.
It's about time,
Okay.
y'all. It's about time for Keisha to start dating, y'all. Because these men out here checking for her. Open up, Keish.
So,
Yeah. Dating is. I'm ready.
all right. So listen, we want you guys to make sure that you tune into the next episode of Nothing Missing with myself, Black Cherry, and my girl Diamond Excell here. We looking forward to spending many more episodes with you.